Hi, I'm Celine Perkins. Welcome to part 7 of the Frosty Friends Sew Along. The snowman in this part has a baseball hat and it has some stitching lines on it that go up around the crown. And what I like to do is take a light pad, or you can use a window. This is just handy here for me. And what I do is, before I take the paper off of the back, I put it on the light pad, and then I can easily trace where these little stitching lines are. And I don't do it real dark. It's just to give me an idea of where they are. I don't know if you can really see this very well. Maybe you can see it there. But this is real handy. So that's what I do for that. Then we go back to the basics on the snowman, where we take the parchment paper and the snowman pieces. And I've got these already just fused where they overlap, and I've got the buttons marked for the eyes and on the body. And now I'm going to put the scarf on. Get that right there. And get that fused on. Just a little bit, just to hold it. This is a snowman that has a scarf going to the left. And then I'll put the hat on. Let me get this out of here. Put the hat. Get the snowman lined up. I've got this, I'll take that off of there. Put the hat on his head. I've got the little brim here. We'll just tuck that underneath. And actually, a lot of times I would tack this brim first and then put the whole hat on the head. So here, we'll just get that stuck. We'll let it cool just a second, and then we can put it on the background. I'm gonna just double check and make sure I've got my finger press center here. So we'll put the snowman down. Just kind of check. I think he can go up a little higher. Maybe not. Get my numbers right here. So I'm going to press him down, fuse him, and then I'll go on to the next step. The pieced block for part 7 is a star block with double points. The fabrics that you're going to use for the smaller points are your background and a contrast. You're going to be cutting these diagonally from corner to corner, which will give you quarter square triangles, and they have the on grain line on the outside. So the long edge is on grain, the short edge is bias. Sew the short edges of the triangles together and press the seam open. It's important that you put these through the sewing machine all the same way, so that you end up with units that are all having the background fabric on the left and the contrast fabric on the right. The next step with this is to cut the fabric that's used for the large star point diagonally, from corner to corner, and you will be sewing these to the small star point units. And you align the long edge, and if for some reason these are not exactly the same size, you want to line up the point of the large triangle with the seam on the two small units, and then align the cut edge on the long side of these and stitch them together. Then when you open them up, you have a I'm not sure what this unit is called, but it's partially quarter square and partially half. Then these seams will also be pressed open here, so the unit will lay nice and flat when you put it together. Sewing this block together is pretty basic. It's essentially a 9-patch. So the top row was sewn together and pressed toward the solid squares, and you want to make sure that the background fabric is on the outside edge of the block. So in each one of these units, it faces the outside edge. Middle row, you've got the star points on either side of your solid center, and bottom row is the same as the top with the solid blocks on the outside. Now pressing, whoops, here we go. We've talked about pressing towards the solid blocks, so out, in, and out. And then when the rows are sewn together, you're going to be instructed to press toward the center. And you can see how nicely all of these intersections lay. They're very flat because the center of the block was pressed open. So you make two of these blocks, and you are done with part 7. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.